New at 10, Quincy Police cracked down on reckless driving, arresting 9 people after a street takeover.
With the help of Illinois State Police and Quincy Park District, QPD was able to disperse the event and arrest participants around the city who were spotted leaving and driving recklessly. WGEM's Zeke Shapiro spoke with QPD officials and joins us live now from Kessler Park, where the takeover event was held. So Zeke, how was the department able to stop it?
Daniel, as you can see on the ground behind me, there are skid marks all over the parking lot where Saturday's car meet was. However, for those who participated in the event, once police showed up to disperse it, they didn't get much further. Due to the car meet taking place on Park District property and therefore for public use, the department partnered with the Park District to be able to enhance enforcement. Upon shutting down the event, QPD had set up officers across the city to immediately stop reckless drivers from the event. QPD says stopping these events quickly is important to keeping the streets safe.
We've had reports of people drag racing northbound on Bonacina by the dock. So if they're drag racing, they're using both lanes of traffic. I mean, that could easily cause a deadly collision. So we want to get this nipped in the bud before we have any kind of injuries or death associated with this.
Deputy Chief Tyler explained he believes the car meets in Quincy could be connected to ones that occur in bigger cities like Kansas City or St. Louis. He told me that a lot of those car meets that take place in St. Louis and in Kansas City have been shut down aggressively by law enforcement who have been cracking down. And he says that because of that, some of those people that participate in the car meets out there might be coming down here because they believe that there isn't enough enforcement. Well, QPD is certainly starting to do that enforcement. Live in Quincy, Zeke Shapiro, WGEM News.
All right, thank you, Zeke. And QPD announced there were 9 arrests made and 11 tickets given out for speeding, reckless driving, and having loud exhaust.